Alright, comic book friends, I'm Travis, and it's New Comic Book Day, yay! Or at least New Comic Book Day for me. These are books that came out last week. I actually got them on Saturday. I just never got around to actually opening them up until this Monday, so I can get reading on them. So, jump right into this really quick. 19 issues, it says. Let's see what came out this week. I think there's some new books. Some new books came out this week. So, first up, we have The Immortal Hulk, issue number 7. Interesting cover there. So, we've got the Jen on there and a bunch of other Avengers. I don't remember any setup that had this coming, but I do know that people are starting to hear about the Hulk, so we'll see how that plays. I've really been enjoying the Hulk quite a bit. So, yeah. Detective Comics, issue 990. John Paul Leon cover, and it is foil. But not a very exciting cover for a foil cover. But what else we got? House of Whispers, issue number 2. I thought issue number 1 was all right. Like the character design of some of the stuff and whatnot. I don't know that I was deeply engrossed in the story itself. I really like the intro of it in the Sandman universe comic. So I do have high hopes for the book. Let's see what it comes out to. And then we have Catwoman. It's issue number 4. It's another foil cover, so the whole background is foil. Not that my camera really picks that up, and she's kind of a purple foil. Kind of cool. I've really been enjoying Catwoman quite a bit. Love the art, the Jolene Joan art, of course. And I think the story's interesting. The villain's gross and kind of cool. So, good stuff. Look forward to that. Next up, we have Captain America issue 4. This has been not so good. I don't know. I think Coates, the writer, is a very interesting man. Has a lot of interesting thoughts. I like reading his prose. I like reading his thoughts on history and America and things like that. I just don't know that he is a comic book writer, though. All the comics I've tried of his I felt the pacing of them was strange. So this has kind of been that way. We'll see how this issue goes. I'm kind of waiting to write out the first arc and then decide exactly what I want to do with Captain America. I was expecting more, I guess. So, Infinite Dark, issue number 1. This is Image Comics' top Cow comic, which makes me nervous. Not always a fan of the stuff that's the spin-off of the Top Cow things. But Infinite Dark, it's a space book. Has to do with isolation, I believe, and that sort of thing. And Andre Muti is doing the art. I'm a huge fan of his, at least as far as he did some Revolutionary War stuff that I really like the art in. So yeah, so I'm hoping that we get something cool out of this. I was looking inside to see if it actually told me what the book was about, because I don't remember offhand. But looks like there's some bizarre stuff going on in deep space, so I don't know if it's because they're cracking up or what, but be interested to check that out. Need some good space comics. Ms. Marvel, clearly this is my week of Marvel books. Ms. Marvel, issue number 35. She continues to engage with Electro, and her powers are still pretty schizophrenic. So, yeah, we'll see what it's like. Plastic Man, issue 5. I have not been enjoying the Plastic Man run at all. I'm assuming this is supposed to be Bumblebee. He's got the fly swatter. Of course, she's telling him you wouldn't dare. Be curious to see if Bumblebee is actually in the book. But yeah, issue 5 of 6. I don't know. Haven't really enjoyed it. Then there's the Quantum Age. This is one of the spin-off books of the World of Black Hammer. This is set in the way, way future after all the Black Hammer stuff is done. Then it's been good. I've enjoyed this. It's been kind of an interesting story. The heroes are trying to reestablish themselves. They're almost like, it's almost like they're the Legion of Superheroes, in that they kind of have this idea of what the old heroes were like, even though they don't really know them, and kind of are living those lives based on that. So it's kind of fun. Second half of my things here. Shadow Rose, issue number 3. No, issue number 4. As we get deeper and darker into the world of the Sixth Gun, the crossroads, and we'll see what happens with our... It looks like from this cover's any indication, our different groups are finally crossing paths, so we'll see what that plays out like as they deal with the hunter and whatnot. So, love the little bit of Mesoamerican architecture is there too. It's pretty cool looking. Very much looking forward to this book. Apologize in advance if I don't seem super excited. This was a work at 4 o'clock in the morning kind of a day, so I'm a bit tired. Hot Lunch Special, issue number 3. It's been a good kind of crime noir book centered around this family who has created an empire in Minnesota of supplying vending machines, sandwiches from vending machines and that sort of thing, and kind of a power play between groups trying to take that money and that power over. There's kind of like the mob and the Teamsters esque sort of stuff going on it too, and a unbeknown kid of the family was killed, so it's kind of escalated everything, so we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, it's been good stuff under the crime noir kind of thing. Animosity, issue number 16. Is this supposed to be Jess with a gun there? This is a weird cover. I mean, so it's a person's face, right? Clearly there's the eyes, like the mouth or whatever, possibly. Ears. But that's Jess and Sandoval. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what's going on in the book right now. I can't remember. I know I enjoy it when I read it. Birthright! Issue number 32. It's all about the art. Great fantasy book. Beautiful Brinson art. Always super dynamic and whatnot. Last issue kind of told us a back history of some characters, and I'm assuming that this will move us forward now. Or maybe it's more back history. Maybe this is going to be an arc of kind of telling us who some of these other people are and what their history is to understand why they're doing what they're doing now. Could be. Wonder Woman. This is The Witching Hour Part 2. This is Chrome. Foil, I guess is what it's called, not chrome. But so her armor is kind of shiny. Her cape has kind of a shine to it too. Yeah. First issue of the Witching Hour stuff was interesting. I'm curious to see where it goes from here. What this new power possibly means for Wonder Woman as they make her more magical as opposed to mythical. Curious to see where they take that to. And does it become a permanent thing, or is it just kind of a one-off and then it goes away kind of a deal? So, Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue number 27. Really not looking forward to reading this. I did not enjoy issue 26. This is a foil cover too, but fairly uninteresting. Okay, I get it now. Boy, I couldn't figure out what this was because it's just red and silver shiny. So that's him hanging onto a crowbar. His face is right here. There's his mask, his hood. I'm swinging a bloody crowbar. I don't know. I don't need another Punisher-esque kind of thing. I mean, if DC wanted a Punisher, they had the Vigilante, right? Why don't they just use that character? She Can Fly, issue 4. End of the series. Or at least, I've heard them talk like maybe they'll do more. So end of this story for now, end of this arc, whatever you want to call it. Looks like maybe she attempted to fly. Just a really wonderful and really intriguing book. This character with her with their significant OCD sort of stuff and whatnot. Really intriguing. I'm trying to read the book here. Manual of Mental Disorders. Oh, the DSMV, So yeah, be at the top of my list to read for sure. Another book's gonna be at the top of my list to read is Weatherman. This is issue number 5. Just a fabulous Philip K. Dickian type story with wonderful stuff. I like, I've seen a video with me. I have maybe I haven't showed that in a video. I bought a t-shirt that has Brutal Noodles, this advertisement's on the back on the t-shirt, which is pretty awesome. But Weatherman, excellent story. Just really been digging it. Sleepless. It looks like our sleepless person who kind of fell into the long sleep that typically their bodies degrade and they die over time from lack of nutrients or whatever, and the lack of sleeping, they go into kind of a torpor of sorts. In this, it seems that he has awoken. So really curious to see what happens when a sleepless awakens. I think it's kind of an unheard of sort of thing. So I'm curious to see what kind of story they tell around that. So I'm looking forward to that. And finally, a book that chances are I probably won't even read. The Wilds, issue number 5. I believe this is the last issue that I ordered. It's got the kind of flowering plant zombies, and just really haven't dug it much at all. So it's a dropping kind of a thing. So these are just the remnants left over from the way I order my books. I order them 2 or 3 months in advance. So I get stragglers once I've decided that I'm done reading a book. I still typically have a couple issues coming to me that I've already ordered in advance of that. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully I get these books read over the week, and I'll be back on Comic Book Roundtable and talk some books. Anyway, have a great one, everybody.